The following contest is a GSW Global Cup semifinal matchup to crown the first GSW Women's Champion. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, she is AK-47, Allysin K.
Our second semifinal match here tonight, we already have one half of the answer. Masha Slamovich won her semifinal. She's in the main event. Tonight, right now, Allysin K, Vicious Vicki, who's going to take one step closer to a championship?
Well, I think that Allysin K is coming here confident as ever. This past year, she's been on a tear, competing in tournament after tournament, getting victory after victory. And she also has a 10-year advantage on Vicious Vicki in terms of experience. So my pick to win is going to be Allysin K tonight. But what are your thoughts, AJ, Paul, whomever?
This is a pick'em to me. I really can't look at this objectively and think, all right, one person's better than the other.
She is representing all of New Jersey by Vicious Vicki!
Even though there's an experience disparity here, Vicious Vicki does have one thing in common with Allysin K, and these are two spicy meatballs right here, okay? You know Vicious Vicki's Italian, so I gotta put in the Italy pun.
Absolutely. Hey, look, there's a disparity in experience, only really, if you think about it, in years. Vicious Vicki has the home field advantage. This is, quote unquote, her house. She's been racking up championships all around the Garden State. She's one win away from doing it again. We just said a second ago that Gio Galvano has won the match of his life against Aries. Tonight, Vicious Vicki has an opportunity to do the same. If she can knock off Allysin K here tonight, she's going to be a heck of a problem for Masha Slamovich. And as far as picks go, I'll tell you this. Allysin K in hand at the last show was the show opener, and it set the tone for this entire tournament. Here we go. Vicious Vicki and Allysin K in the semifinal matchup to get one step closer to becoming the first ever GSW Women's Champion. Oh, using those forearms in the corner. We're seeing some aggression early.
Yeah, it's sending a message early too. It's always the mental game of professional wrestling, and you talk about what a beating someone takes physically, but it's the mental aspect of whether or not they can push through that. So to be able to get into someone's mind this early, if you can do that, like Allison's trying to do here, I think it could pay off long term for her.
Yeah, Allysin K fancies herself a technician.
Like right there, you gave her a noogie. That's not going to be an effective technical maneuver.
Oh no.
But you're really going to get into the head of your opponent.
Oh, there you go. She's in her state. There we go. Head scissors take over. Allysin finds herself to the corner with a Vicious Vicki drop kick. There's the momentum gathering. Clothesline by Vicki. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. A little early in the matchup for this to be the end. This global tournament. There we go. A clothesline in the corner by Vicki. This tournament as a whole has been absolutely amazing, and we are inching ever so closely to the end. There is an Irish whip by Vicki again. Allysin K in defense. Sam, are we seeing a different side of Vicious Vicki during the course of this matchup? She hasn't been as aggressive. Oh, her arm is caught. She hasn't been as aggressive as we normally see her. Are we seeing a different side of Vicious Vicky?
I think that Vicky's trying to be a little more well thought out and calculated tonight, taking a bit more time to think every move through. I also think that she's not doing as much taunting as she usually would, usually jeering at the audience, taunting her opponent. She knows that this is a serious competitor, and though both of these women are undefeated here, Vicious Vicky has her work cut out for her here.
Definitely seems more locked in tonight. Allysin Kay asking the audience now. Oh!
Allysin Kay showing that mean streak that she has in her.
Yeah. I just heard air leave lungs. She's going for it again. She's got her held down. Paul, is Allysin wasting time here?
She definitely wasted time there and paid for it with that chop. The question I had to jump on Sam's point is maybe Vicious Vicky is overthinking things, and when you overthink things, that's really when you start making mistakes. But this is the Vicky we are used to, and she is not making any mistakes right now.
Yeah, the overthinking might have led to her being a little less vicious than normal, but we're starting to see it come out now. Oh, wait a second.
She has the microphone cord.
Wait a second.
Oh, come on.
Referee, do something. Allysin doesn't want to throw the mic. And here comes Allysin Kay now. But what was all that with the microphone cord?
It was just an opportunity. It was literally right in front of her as she fell down. And let's call it what it is. She's kind of a low-key maniac. So she takes the thing that is in front of her and uses it as a weapon.
It's so funny. We were just talking at Catalyst when Allysin Kay and Hyon had their matchup. What a wrestling clinic it was. It appears Allison's strategy was to out-vicious the vicious one here tonight. She's showing a cold, mean streak, and now she's got that armbar locked in.
Well, in that respect, Allysin Kay has been being vicious for 13 years here in the wrestling industry. So she was the predecessor of Vicious Vicky in that sense.
Paul, when that hand clamps, when that hand tightens, is that more pressure on the shoulder or the face?
A lot more pressure on the face, but she was pushing Vicky's head into her bicep, so it was almost like this vice grip that she had on her, but Vicky sensed the danger very quickly and got out of there.
Smart move by Vicious Vicky, floating over now, sunset flip, 1, 2. Nice clap out there by Allysin Kay. Vicious Vicky executed a wonderful sunset flip. Allysin Kay hooks the legs. Notice that Vicky did not hook the arms with the leg. That might have been a missed opportunity there.
And is Kay possibly going to lock in the Kimura? I don't know if Vicky's going to allow her to.
Vicky getting up to a vertical base, or at least attempting to here. But the thing about the inexperience of Vicious Vicky is that it seems like she lets the adrenaline rushes get to the best of her while Allysin Kay's just so calm and collected.
That experience.
Yeah.
I mean, that been there, done that attitude. Vicious Vicky knows she's got the talent, knows she's got the skill. The only knock that you can possibly have, and it's nitpicking, not a lot of experience under the brightest of lights. This is an opportunity here, a big win here for Vicious Vicky could send her on that path.
And the way Allysin Kay took her shin bone and placed it across the neck on that pinfall attempt just a couple of seconds ago. She's wearing a boot, yes, but putting that weight down with the shin bone, even with that very, very little bit of padding, I mean, that is just adding up. It's all adding up.
Oh, it's all going to add up toward the end, of course. Oh, nice air flip back. More shortcuts, though, grabbing a whole head of hair there.
See, that's something that Kay doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to get caught up in being on top. She has to stay on top. She has to stay focused in order to do that.
Sam, you got to know that Masha's watching this matchup closely. Who do you think she's looking forward to the most? I know in the ring she told you that it's not over with Allysin Kay. Do you think she's kind of overlooking Vicious Vicky a little bit as well?
I don't necessarily think that Masha is overlooking Vicky. However, I do think that there's a more storied history with Kay. And perhaps they have some business that's unsettled that she wants to take what's hers at the Global Cup. But Allysin Kay also, I'm sure, listened to that interview earlier and didn't like what was said about her. Masha Slamovich ushering an expletive about Kay, and no lady likes to be cursed about.
No, she does not. Vicious Vicki finds herself in a tough position here.
Straight jacket hold being applied by Allysin Kay, but Vicious Vicki is looking to work out of it.
Ooh.
Giving her a
The dreaded
jawbreaker.
Mongolians. There's now a crossbody attempt there by Vicious Vicki. Hey! With a body slam. 2. Nope, not enough there. Allysin Kay is in the driver's seat, and Vicki is looking for air. She's in a lot of trouble right now, and Allysin Kay has no problem bending whatever she needs to bend, squeezing whatever she needs to squeeze. Battering to the ribs. Look at those shots to the ribs. Can you hear that? Jeez. There's Allysin Kay. Pinkies up. I was asking you at the beginning of this, and now I kind of have to come back to it. That experience advantage of Allysin Kay now really starting to show his face here. Vicki is in a lot of trouble.
It seems like every time Vicki tries to get some momentum going, Allysin Kay is the coolest person in the room. It's like she's sitting and watching from a distance and seeing herself and being able to react appropriately every time. And Vicki just can't find a way back in this.
Oh, there's a back elbow attempt there by Vicki, doing the best she can to stay alive. There's a chop, and another chop to Allysin Kay. She is just fighting to stay alive here. And there's a forearm response.
Nope, didn't get all, lost the grip.
Definitely lost the grip there. Now Allysin Kay is gonna bend, is gonna squeeze.
And she lost her grip, and somehow Allysin Kay ended up slipping backwards herself. It was almost like it worked, but nonetheless, Allysin Kay gets back on top of Vicious Vicki, and again, it's that story being told over and over, the fact that Vicki just cannot make any headway here.
I challenged the slip. Throughout the course of this matchup, Allysin Kay has pretty much been dominant when it came to the ground game. Once Vicki lost that grip, who are we to say that Allysin didn't drop on purpose? Just to lure her in, because it went right back to the ground game, the armbar right after.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just assuming, I'm not entirely sure, but if I'm Allysin Kay, yeah, as much time on the mat as I can spend. She clearly is the dominant when it came to that. There's a belly poke there by Vicki, trying to keep the momentum going. Oh, and there is a bulldog there by Vicki. Arm leg hooked. Oh, only a 2. Referee states 2. Was in good position, saw those shoulders.
And I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but usually a competitor tries to get into the other one's head, and it ends up not working most of the time. But I really feel like she's in Vicki's head, because Vicki is just so hesitant out there to go full force, because she's just afraid of what Allison's going to do to counter.
Not seeing a whole lot of the usual vivaciousness. We're seeing where she's trying to go move for move with one of the best in the world. I respect her for it. I don't know if it's playing to her strengths. Here we go, rolled over through. Vicki is showing tremendous heart here tonight. She has been all competitive. And now Allysin sends her to the outside.
After receiving that big D lariat, I don't think that Vicious Vicki knows where she's out here on the outside.
Smart move for Vicki to be on the outside right now. Now Vicki was trying to get as much air in as she could. There it is, trying to catch her now. And schoolgirl, 1, 2. High angle, but not enough. Now Vicious Vicki, into a DDT.
Didn't get the full force going backwards, but at this point, Vicki will take anything she can get.
Anything she can get. W is a W. We'll try her luck out here on the top rope. Oh, and there's a frog splash. Will that be enough for Vicki? No. Allysin Kay kicks out. A hair away from Vicious Vicki, moving on to the finals.
Vicki going to great lengths to potentially ensure the victory here. I don't see Vicki going to the top rope very often, so it just shows the dire straits that she's in to win.
Looks like she was going for that garden slave heart leg.
Oh, but Kay has it locked in. The Kay Mora Trap House. The Kay Mora Trap House has been locked in.
It is over. all that much of a shock with a submission victory by Allysin Kay, but she had her work cut out for her.
She was working toward it the entire match. I mean, if you go back from the beginning, she had that Kimura in mind the entire time. It was just a matter of slipping through Vicious Vicky's defenses and getting to it, and she did.
Allysin Kay, congratulations on your win. You move on to night 2 of the Global Festival and the finals of the Women's Global Cup against Masha Slamovich, who had some harsh words for you earlier tonight. What are your thoughts moving into the finals?
Masha can say whatever she wants. I already knew I was going to be in the finals. Now I'm going to be in the finals to slam a bitch. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care about Masha.
Oh, what's happening now?
Come on!
Masha must have been waiting in the wings. Sam, get out of there.
Come on. We do not need this.
Look at these two
We need
right
security
here.
in here.
What animals. The intensity.
Come on. Come on, guys.
Ooh, I had to get out of there real quick or I was going to get my head chopped
You
off.
are very lucky.
Masha just
Masha
put down
Slamovich.
security.
Well, security goes down.
We now have 4 security guards in the ring, and they cannot hold back these ladies. The crowd chanting, "Let them fight." Well, they will have to wait until night 2 of the Global Festival tomorrow when these 2 women face off one-on-one.
Hit the